Yo, yeah. Turn this echo down a little bit. We ain't really in the studio. Of course, it would only be fitting for me after that, after that trouncing at Versus last night to play a Locks record like anybody ever doubted who was going to come out on top. And that it was very entertaining, though. Very entertaining. Yes. August 4th, 2021. Episode 96. Halfcast 96. Let's go. Feels good to be back after a little breather. You know, gotta take a couple days off. One or two. Know what I mean? Jadakiss just out. He just outclassed. He just outclassed them all. And basically, I knew that that repertoire, whatever you want to call it, that catalog is just so deep that what can you do? And it was very interesting. And I fucks with Dipset. They make some good songs. Individual artists and as a group. But that's the key point to it is that when the Locks was up there, they were having fun. You could tell that they are absolute brothers on and off the stage. Dipset, they kind of got that vibe, like they really don't fuck with each other outside of doing performances. And now I mean, it's just like it's more just like a business obligation more than it is a group thing now. And you can kind of like tell that they're like, we come together as Dipset, and when the show is over, we go about our separate ways and see you when the Dipset thing comes around again. That's the vibe that I got. You know what I mean? But so I'm writing a short story. I call myself writing a short story until I found out about 20 minutes ago that I deleted half of my first chapter. So then there's that. So after this, I have to find out if I backed it up somewhere or if I have to, because I know me. So if I got to write it over again, it's going to be even better. I lost whole episodes doing this right here and ran it back and it came out better. So it might be a blessing in disguise. It was just a draft. Hey, everything's a first draft anyway. So I got some stories for y'all. Oh, I bumped into an idiot this evening. Yeah, that's always interesting. Because you know what? Maybe I do got time. Is that no matter what you do, you be the best at it. Take pride in what you do. Take pride in what you do. That's all it is. Like, if you had, I got a little bit of pride. Let's put it like this. I got a little bit of pride. So even if I'm doing something that I hate doing, that I don't like, even though I'm doing something, if I'm doing something that I don't like, I would be doubly embarrassed. I would be times two, Kyle Ken times 10 embarrassed if somebody said I sucked at it. Yeah, it's a pride thing. Like, no way I'm going to hate what I'm doing and have people calling me trash on top of that. But in that event, that person should know that that person is definitely trash. Okay. This is not the platform for that. Maybe it is. Who knows? I got some stories for you. LA woman says she slept 3 feet from her neighbor's corpse for weeks. Ah, how don't you smell? I think after like 24, 48 hours, after like 48 hours, I think a body starts decomposing immediately. Yeah, a Los Angeles resident has called the horrific experience of sleeping 3 feet away from their neighbor's decomposing body for weeks, saying it gives her nightmares. What did you didn't tell him to roll over? What you thought you just had that? But you just thought you had that snapper and he was just sleeping a little bit longer than he usually sleeps. You posted pictures on you posted pictures like, yeah, I got that snaps. Reagan Bailey lived in a small studio apartment around 250 square feet in the valley when COVID first hit in 2020. Bailey, who runs a business, says she spent 24 hours a day at home during the height of the pandemic when she began to notice unusual smells, a lot more bugs, and started experiencing bizarre symptoms. I guess it's that whatever gas the body gives off, like it's toxic, probably like fucks with your head. In a clip shared to TikTok, which can be viewed here, she recounted the gruesome tale, which has been viewed more than 7 million times. Like I really need to. There is a such thing as oversharing nowadays, people. She said, she said it was around the middle of May, and I started to call my mom and tell her that I wasn't really feeling like myself. Yes, because you're sleeping under a zombie. Your neighbor is a zombie. What I meant by that was I was having headaches. I wasn't really sleeping through the night, and I felt nauseous. Yeah. And honestly, we all kind of wrote it off as just me feeling a little lonely. Oh no, sweetheart. Just feeling a little lonely, and going a little crazy during quarantine, which I heard people do was going through that too. Just like everyone else was. It was really unlike me not to be able to sleep through the night. So I thought this was really strange. But again, yo, you're supposed to knock on that neighbor's door and if anything, just to be like, yo, like you are hiding here, like, yo, it's like it smell crazy. Know what I mean? Like, yo, here, if it's a strange smell coming from under your door, they will put a note on the chat. They'll put a note like, yo, you gotta check that. Bailey added she noticed a lot more spiders. Ew. And although she alerted her manager, voted off as being due to the hot weather. No, 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 no. But things went from bad to worse as the bugs were now accompanied by a nasty smell, which she also flagged to her manager. Yo, that manager was supposed to, he's, whoever her manager is, wasn't on a job because they were supposed to have checked that immediately. Like, for any reason, it could be pipes. Oh, well, wait a minute, it's not the pipes. There's a dead body in here. Like, towards the middle of May, complain about the bad smell. I couldn't put my finger on it. You know when something smells bad because, yo, come on. You can hit a possum in the summertime and in the street in the wide open and it will smell until the buzzards come get it or whatever. She claims that it was the height of the pandemic. Her manager was reluctant to send anyone down to check it. No, that is the time when you check. Oh my God, make me manager of the fucking complex. Hey, I'll do it. Yo, that is the time when you're supposed to definitely check on people that's a little bit older or people maybe you haven't seen them in a while or like, or people you know have like outlying health conditions. It's not about being nosy. It's about, yeah, there's a dead body might right next door or somebody could have been dying and you might have saved their life. Shit. Bailey said, I really had this bad feeling something was super, super wrong and the smell was getting really bad every time it was windy. When did they find the body? The logical answer was to start with my neighbor to the left of me because we already talked to the neighbor who lived on the right. And this is when the most disgusting, craziest thing happened. She says 6 cops and their guns drawn and shot an LAPD exit. What? In the air, we're going to start the countdown before one of them decided to check if the door was unlocked. Bailey recalls, so the cop twists the doorknobs and opens it maybe an inch, and the amount of bugs that came out of this unit looked like 1,000 bugs. Jeez! Thousands of them flying out of the unit. They immediately slammed the door, and the cops called for a ton of panic. We barely have been right to worry about our neighbor, just the wrong one. She added, long story short, that this was the worst decomposed body they had ever come across, and they see a lot of decomposed bodies. Whoa. Her neighbor was around 74 years old, which you should have, if you don't see a neighbor in a minute and you know they live alone and it's starting to get a little funky, you just knock on the door, man. You know what I mean? They ruled out that COVID, that it wasn't COVID. They said it was a heart attack. Yeah, very sketchy because if he was liquefied and truly a skeleton like they said he was, after 8 weeks, then how did they determine it was a heart attack? Because I'm assuming his organs would have been eaten at that point. Hey, who knows? He's dead. That's all we need to know. Ugh, what a start. Next story. Wow. Yo, if you don't see, yo, I got neighbors that because I be at work in my schedule, they see me, they be like, yo, I didn't even know you still live here. Like, yeah, man. Like I had the cops was banging on the door. What was this? Like last winter? And they said it's a guy upstairs on your floor that's having a heart problem. They couldn't even get in. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, shit. You don't have to be nosy, but it's okay to just ask your neighbors, like, yo, how you doing? You all right? All right. Next up, wow. Trio chats up victim, then beats, robs him on Brooklyn Street. A trio struck up a conversation with the man before beating and robbing him at gunpoint on the street in Brooklyn. That's why you don't talk to strangers. Don't your parents teach you not to talk to strangers? Leaving him hospitalized with severe facial injuries. This is not cool. The NYPD released surveillance video showing that, yeah, Brooklyn still ain't as gentrified as you thought it was. Yeah. The NYPD released surveillance video Wednesday showing the two men and one woman they're searching for in the July 25th attack. Police said the 38-year-old victim was in front of a Chinese takeout restaurant on Fulton Street near Cleveland Street in Cypress Hills around 3:20 a.m. when his assailant started a conversation with him. Yo, nothing good happens at 3:20 a.m. I don't care where you are. 3:20 a.m. If somebody stops and asks you for a light, as soon as you stick your hand in your pocket, they're gonna knock you the hell out. You don't have no new friends at 3:20 a.m. Yeah, there's no reason to converse with anybody. You're supposed to be able to get your food or whatever, and you're not supposed to be on the street. Who is this I see coming through? It's like 3 in the a.m. You remember the DMX song? The men stole $600 in cash. Why do you have $600 in cash from you on you? And it's not the victim's fault. Maybe it is a little bit. Shit, read the room. Maybe read the room, baby. You got $600 in cash on you at 3:20 a.m. If you're not buying drugs or buying something, then you're looking like a meal right now. The victim suffered severe injuries to his face and was transported to EMS in Brookdale Hospital, where he was listed in stable condition. The only thing good that came out of the story, hey, you out there on the late night, $600 in your pocket, you're just asking for trouble. I'm not saying it was his fault. I'm saying maybe if he would have been home, that wouldn't happen. Believe that. Thanks to my non-alcoholic beverage for this evening. I'm still kind of pissed. I lost that piece that I was writing on. Since since I haven't been like drinking, since I haven't been drinking, since I've been like I've had time to do more stuff creatively, and I've had more time to like, and not saying that I couldn't do the things when I was like turned up and doing all. Not saying that I couldn't do those things, but my there's more time for me to do. Like there's more space. Like yeah, and for that I do feel a lot better. Man arrested after passengers duct tape him to seat following in-air fight. That's right. It's a Spanish saying that says "te calme or te calmas," calm down, or I'll calm you down. So if we get 20,000 feet in the air and you were perfectly fine when we were on the ground, you walked through the whole airport, you did everything. You took your shoes off, you checked your shampoo bottles, you gave nobody not one problem whatsoever. You let them scan you, they did whatever they had to do, You walk all the way through the terminal. You get on your seat in the plane. You got all this time. You're running the tarmac. You're behaving like a good child or a good person. And as soon as we get as high up in the air as we possibly can, now you want to act the fuck up. Fuck out of here, man. Like, yeah, duct tape his dumbass to the seat. And they said passengers did that. That wasn't even a stab. We police ourselves over here, baby. Passengers on a Frontier Airlines flight from Philadelphia to Miami duct tape a man to his seat after he groped two flight. Keep your hands to yourself, bro. He groped two flight attendants and got into a physical altercation with another. What the hell did he think this was? Like, he thought this was Soul Plane? The man, Maxwell Berry, 22, was arrested Sunday at Miami International Airport and charged with 3 counts of battery, according to an arrest report. How is that flight, knowing that you probably had a couple drinks before you got on the plane, a couple drinks on the plane, you feeling yourself, nah, man, you about to go summer in Miami, nah, man. You about to go down to Miami and have a good time, you thought, nah, man. Your Miami vacation is over before you even touch down. You going straight to jail. Do not fast go. Yeah, Miami-Dade County Police said the incident happened on a late night Sunday, on a late night Saturday flight, and involved an intoxicated passenger. So you're going to go to jail. Okay, so you land late night Saturday. You're in jail already, and you still got to wait till Monday. That's why they tell you avoid the bookings over the weekend. You still got to wait till Monday just to see a judge. You ain't even having, oh my God, just to get it like, you don't even get a bail. You in there the report says that Barry had consumed 2 alcoholic drinks, such a lightweight. And, and that after he finished them, he brushed his cup against a flight attendant's buttocks. Yes, you heard right, children, buttocks. The flight attendant told him, "Don't touch me," according to the arrest report. That is never good. Said, "Don't touch me," according to the arrest report. That whole phrase right there sums up his whole flight. The Barry ordered a 3rd alcoholic beverage, but spilled it on his shirt. See? They gotta have a hoe. Oh man, yo, I guess on flights you could drink until they see. I guess it's like bars. Like you kind of wavy right now. Like, yeah, Barry ordered a 3rd alcoholic beverage, but spilled it on his shirt. What are they giving him? How strong do they make airline drinks when you up in the air? That, yeah, according to the report, it said that he went to the bathroom and that when he came out, he was shirtless. The flight attendant told Barry he needed to be clothed. He came out ready to party. Mile High Club, baby. Get him an extra shirt out of his carry-on bag. Help him get an extra carry-on shirt out of his bag. According to the report, Barry walked around the plane for 15 minutes before he broke the second flight attendant's breast. Yo, this is fucked up. Please don't grab on any women. Any unsanctioned touching of anyone, period, man or woman, is unacceptable. Please don't do this, but this is fucking hilarious. She told him to sit down and not to touch her. She ain't needed a UNITY, like slap. Yeah. Punch him dead in his eye. It says, authorities wrote that Barry then approached the 1st and 2nd flight attendants, put his arms around them, and groped their chest. Yo, he's living like Ric Flair, baby. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, they asked the 3rd flight attendant to watch Barry. Why you gonna bring a 3rd one in? The report says the 3rd attendant asked Barry to remain seated and that Barry punched the attendant in the face. Yo, he's an animal. Yo, after a fight broke out, passengers intervened by using duct tape to tape him down to the seat and tie him with a seatbelt extender for the remaining flight. Damn. A spokesperson for Frontier Airlines said Barry of Norwalk, Ohio, was arrested after the plane was landed. It was not clear whether Barry has an attorney, and he could not be reached at phone number. The flight attendants involved in the incident were placed on paid leave. There you go. pending an investigation and standard procedure, they gonna get paid. Frontier Airlines maintains the utmost value, respect, concern, and support for all of our flight attendants, including those who were assaulted on his flight. Yo, this man just put his arm around both the ladies and grabbed their tits. Like, where is that? Yo, we are supporting the needs of these team members and are working with law enforcement to fully support the prosecution of the passenger involved. Oh yeah, he just ruined his whole vacation. Damn. When you spilled that third drink on his shirt, that's when you know. When you spill the third drink on your shirt, that's when you know that, yeah, maybe it's time for me to chill. I mean, at least wait another hour or two before I get me another drink. Well, damn, the flight from what? Philly to Miami can't be that long anyway. So shit. Two, 3 drinks tops. Take a good nap. You should be straight. Officer fired for allegedly using police database to stalk and harass women. This is how you weed out the competition. This is the type of resources that should be, yeah, this is exactly what resources should be used on to find mates for law enforcement officers. Yeah, Tinder? No. Why? Why use Tinder? Why? No. Grinder? You don't need to use Grinder. Why? I got all the hardened criminals right here on my little computer that I ride around with on my car all day. I don't even have to be in the office. I can just I can just look up, yeah, ladies that are scared to be alone due to domestic violence, one-stop shop. Yes. This is terrible. This is terrible. A Massachusetts police officer was fired for allegedly using a criminal justice database to stalk and harass women. Brennan Polidoro, 30, was let go. Well, damn, you 30 years old and you not even, nah, come on, man. What are you doing? At 30 years old, I would just, all you got to do is just, hey, walk out the door and just say hi to people. I always say that. Like, what's so hard about that? What's so hard? As a police officer? Yeah, you're supposed to not be able to, you can just go out and go to a bar, club, whatever, go to a gym, go to a sporting event, go to anywhere and just strike up a conversation. Just say, hi, I'm Avery. Do you have a criminal record? If so, let's chat. Was let go from the Lanesboro Police Department in the spring following a probe into his inappropriate use of resources. And I know they keep tabs on this type of stuff. Yeah, the probe into Polidoro's use of the database came after former Lanesboro Police Chief Timothy Searle became aware of the potential misconduct and produced a 58-page report. The investigation conducted during Searle's final months with the department determined he had a thing. He's like, I'm going to get this perv on my way out. That's going to be my last act as chief. The officer, way to go, chief. The officer had used the database to find information on women that had previously or was currently dating that he had previously what? So he also reportedly used it to look up women he wished to date in the future. He used that database to make his own database, and he was keeping tabs on his old shorties. Yo, this is so wrong. Once we found out there was an issue, we dealt with it. Did he reach out to any? Yeah. If he's a dirty cop, he's going down. It's all about the public trust. I did the best for my agency and recommended to the select board that he be terminated, and he was terminated. Wow. Wow. The police are barred from using criminal justice databases to obtain any information that they do not need to perform their law enforcement duties. Yeah, Polidoro had been with the Lanesboro Police full time for 5 years and was the department's only full trained drug recognition officer. You're the only one, big dude on campus. He is being represented in this case by attorney Terrence E. Coles. He's filed a grievance pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement, which provides that officers may only be terminated for just cause. That is the most just cause you can have. You're stalking women. Yeah, you're fucking stalking women using a police database. Wow. Cole said the Berkshire Eagle in April, Polidoro never checked names in the database with the intent of misusing the system. Why are you checking names anyway? What are you doing? That's what flags you. Know what I mean? Like first, yeah, that's what flags you. Yo, he's checking a ridiculous amount of names. Why is he checking all these names? I'm pretty sure it takes some type of it takes something like it pings somewhere when an officer checks something in the database, like to see if he's looking for something. Like, yeah, there has to be something. The Berkshire District Attorney has placed Polidoro on the Brady list. What the hell is that? Which includes officers that might have been called to testify in criminal trials, but have found to be dishonest or biased. Well, good for you. You made a list, or the stalkers list. Damn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you look something up in a police database, they're gonna try to like, well, who logged in, who and what they look at. Now, man, maybe you might be a cop that's going out for revenge against somebody, or you might be a cop in this case that might want to peek through a woman's window in the wee hours of the morning. Friends of man accused of killing two at movie theater sneaked out over fear he had gun. This is what that Purge movie that I was talking about a few days ago. That the guy just he just opened up. Yeah, he just shot a few people. He killed two people, and they said that he was with three friends of the man charged with fatally shooting two people inside a Southern California movie theater last week. Said they sneaked out the theater. Like, okay, what I get is that you thought he had a gun. Okay, you don't feel safe. That's cool. Cause the first thing you're gonna do, like if I can't protect myself, if I can't get myself out of danger, how can I save anybody else? Okay, so apparently what they did is that they just got out the theater and they left. They don't like say something to like the manager or supervisor or anything. I mean, at a movie opening, I'm pretty sure there's law enforcement around. You could have said something like that's even though it might not be illegal, even though it might not be illegal. You know what I mean, it's definitely like it's really unethical and you're in those in a way the blood of those two people that died is on your hands because you could have stopped that like yeah or that might be a conspiracy charge. Let's read on. Conspiracy is knowing that something was about to happen even if you took no part in it. You knew it was going to happen but you did nothing to stop it. That's conspiracy. Let's find out if they hit him with something. I hope they hit him with something. Police records obtained by the Orange County Register report in a story Monday show friends of defendant Joseph Jimenez were alarmed by his behavior and left apparently without warning anyone. That's a sucker move. Halfway through the movie, Joseph left and returned with a bag which he told them had a strap in the book. Okay, yeah, so yeah, you knew. Witnesses believe this to be a handgun. Witnesses said Joseph was mumbling and talking to himself, which made them feel uncomfortable. Witnesses said they needed to use the restroom. However, they left the theater. Leaving Joseph behind. The police report reads two of the friends told investigators they later saw Jimenez run out of the Regal Edwards Cinema in Corona, California, and speed away in his car. Yeah, damn. A short time later, on the night of July 26th, a theater employee found Riley Goodrich, 18, and Anthony Barajas, 19, with gunshot wounds to their heads. This is fucked up, man. Goodrich died at the scene. You just taking your sweetheart out to go see the movie. You know what I mean? Like Goodrich died at the scene. Barajas, a budding social media star, died at a hospital on Sunday. Wow. Barajas, known online as it's Anthony Michael. Oh, okay. The detective's declaration. I'm sorry, I can't. What? All right. The detective's declaration written to obtain a search warrant for Jimenez's home and other property. For the first time, describes how police connected him to the fatal shooting. I want to find out, did the he was charged with murder and attempted murder, but the second count is expected to be upgraded to murder. Good. By the time Jimenez appears in court, yeah, the suspect acted alone, and there's no indication he knew the victims or that Baraja's role as a TikTok influencer. Hey, yeah, the register, they didn't at least like, oh man, I know it's a you. I know uh, you don't expect something like that to happen, but if I could get out of the theater to tell as many people as I can that the dude sitting next to me has a gun, I'm gonna sneak out. Like, yeah, if I'm not gonna be man enough to try to take the gun away from him, and maybe that probably would have been a bad idea if the gun discharges and shoots more people, or ends up, yeah, that could have been a bad idea. So yeah, maybe the next best thing for me to keep my conscience clear is to just like sneak out, yeah, tell somebody and get the authorities involved. Maybe I don't want to see nobody die in the goddamn. We went to have a good time, baby. Yeah. Last story. How we doing on time here? Oh, to find out that I wasn't recording at all. Just kidding. Nah, you know what? I'm not tempting fate. I can't tempt fate like that. I can't tempt fate because that happened to me last time playing around. Yeah, man dies in car crash after he yanked the wheel from wife during argument. Give me that. What? See, this is why women are a little bit smarter than men. Because the lady that killed her husband in the car crash that I was talking about a few days ago, she knew exactly how to crash the car to kill him. I mean, and save everybody else. She was smart enough to know who she wanted to get. This dude, he killed himself. He killed himself, called himself being mad. You know what? If you want to pull, you know what? If I'm gonna get into an argument with my girlfriend or wife, I'm not married, or but if I'm gonna get into an argument, it's what I've learned. What just reading these stories have taught me is that don't argue in the car. You wait until you get home and you get out the car and you close the door, you put 2 feet on the sidewalk and say, you know what? since we in the mood to get everything off our chest, let's talk about this. Yeah, that's how you. Yeah, you do not do it while you're driving. It never ends out good for the man. A Texas man has died in a car crash after allegedly pulling on the vehicle steering wheel. Stupid move. Don't ever let your anger do something that you probably won't even live to regret. I mean, that's a new, yeah, that's a gem right there. Don't let your anger do something that you won't even live to regret. A Texas man died in a car crash after allegedly pulling on the vehicle steering wheel during an argument with his wife, causing her to flip the car over. Wow, tripping. The Lubbock Police Department said the major crash unit is investigating an incident that occurred 5:11 p.m. on Saturday, July 31st on Interstate 27. The police said that a GMC Envoy was traveling northbound in the access road when it veered off to the right and left the roadway. According to a news release, the vehicle had rolled over and came to a stop in the parking lot of a business. The male passenger had been ejected from the vehicle, probably wasn't wearing a seatbelt, as it flipped and was pronounced dead at the scene. Wow. The driver was taken to University Medical Center with serious injuries. What were they? What were they arguing about? What was he? The Lubbock Police Department has now released more details about the crash and confirmed that the driver and passenger were husband and wife who had been arguing prior to the accident. Reported everything. The wife told the Lubbock Police Department that she was trying to divorce the husband because he was treating her bad. Smart girl. And they were having relationship issues. And yes, he definitely has an issue. If he gets so angry that right on the highway that he decides to snatch the steering wheel from you, according to a police report, said they were no longer living together and that her husband had been staying at a local La Quinta hotel. What is that, like the Rusty Nail? That's like the Barrington. The pair were with each other on July 31st, but the husband was reportedly being a jerk. So the woman said that she was going to drop him off at the hotel. I wouldn't have him in my vehicle for him to start some shit. I mean, at this point, because she sounds like she wasn't even with it. Like, yo, like I'm not going through this with you. I'm going to take your ass back to wherever you're sleeping, and yeah, bye. At this point, the husband became upset and yanked the wheel, causing the wife to veer off the road and flip the vehicle several times. Why? The husband's body was located next to the vehicle and covered in a white blanket. The wife was still trapped inside the vehicle. Wow. Paramedics worked to free the woman from the SUV, and with noting her legs and ankles looked severely injured and possibly broken. Wow. According to the police report, the woman told officers she was upset over the incident and didn't know why her husband did what he did. He was in yo, he was frustrated. He was mad. And people do stupid shit when they mad. Police are still investigating the crash. The Lubbock Police Department has been contacted for an update. Wow. Yo, check your anger, man. Like, yo, for real. Like, she was thinking about the best thing. That woman was thinking about the best possible thing for you in that situation and for her was to just drop your fucking trifling ass off at home. And maybe when you blow off some steam, we'll talk again tomorrow. But your ass is getting away from me tonight. And damn, she had the right idea. She just didn't have enough time to get him out of that goddamn car. Sad story, man. That being said, yeah, that's really messed up. Especially when you know, like, I gotta get away from this dude. I'm gonna drop him off. And despite, yeah, despite you knowing what's up, it just went down before you had a chance to ditch him. Like, yeah, that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you fuck with the show, uh, find me on Anchor or Spotify, Twitter at RYEZSHYNE, Halfcast AJ, HALFCAST AJ. Yes. Taco Meat 05 Instagram, or you just reach out to me here on Facebook, Facebook Messenger. Yes. I love you guys. I'll be back very, very soon. Adios.